When I first saw Marta, it felt like the city suddenly fell silent. I was standing in a small coffee shop, the smell of roasted beans and cinnamon hanging in the air, when she laughed, soft, sincere, the kind of laugh that could melt even the coldest morning. She was talking to the barista, her hands moving gracefully as she spoke. I didn't realize I had stopped breathing until she looked up and caught me staring. I tried to look away, but she smiled, that kind of gentle smile that doesn't ask for attention, yet captures your entire world. For a moment, it felt like time wasn't moving at all. Just her, the soft light through the window, and that feeling deep inside me that whispered, "This person will change everything." I've never been someone who falls in love easily. I've always been cautious, maybe even afraid to hope. But Marta, she was different. She had this quiet confidence, like someone who'd been through storms and still chose to believe in sunlight. There was warmth in her presence, the kind that lingers even when she's gone. We started talking about simple things, music, coffee, the kind of art that makes you cry for no reason. She told me about her dream to go to Paris one day. Not as a tourist, she said, but to feel it, to live it, to see the world through love. I laughed and told her that sounded like something out of a movie. She smiled again and whispered, "Then let's make it our movie." I didn't know it then, but that single sentence would become our story. Days turned into weeks, and suddenly we were inseparable. We'd walk home together after work, sharing stories that felt too heavy to keep to ourselves. Sometimes we'd sit in silence, just listening to the city, the sound of passing cars, laughter in the distance, the rhythm of two hearts quietly sinking. Then came that night. It was raining, the kind of rain that paints the streets in reflections. We took shelter under a small canopy. Marta's hair was damp, her eyes glowing beneath the streetlight. She looked at me, and I could tell she was about to say something, but instead she didn't have to. Our lips met, gentle at first, then desperate, full of everything we had been holding back. That kiss wasn't planned, but it was real. It was the beginning. After that, everything felt different. We started dreaming together. We saved money, talked about the future, about the life we wanted. And then we did it. We went to Paris. The moment our plane landed, I felt something shift inside me. The air was sweet, the city alive. We walked along the Seine, holding hands without fear. We ate croissants at sunrise, got lost in narrow streets, and kissed on bridges where strangers smiled instead of judging. Every corner felt like a story waiting to be told. Every glance, every laugh, every touch, pure magic. One night, while the Eiffel Tower sparkled above us, Marta said, "I used to think love meant pain. Now I know it means courage." I looked at her, tears in my eyes, and whispered, "Then we must be the bravest souls alive." But magic has its shadows. When we returned home, reality met us with silence, and sometimes with cruelty. Some people turned away. Some whispered. The world didn't understand what we had, and sometimes that broke us. Marta struggled more than I did. She'd hide her face in her hands and say, "Why is it so hard just to love?" I didn't have an answer. I just held her. I told her that love doesn't ask for permission, that what we had was bigger than fear. And little by little, she began to believe it again. One evening, she painted us, two women standing on a Paris balcony, wrapped in one scarf, surrounded by golden light. She said, "This is how I see us, untouchable." I looked at that painting for a long time, because in her eyes, we were infinite. Months passed, and life became quieter but deeper. We learned that love isn't just about passion, it's about patience. It's choosing someone over and over, even when the world feels too heavy. We found joy in small things, cooking dinner together, slow dancing in the kitchen, falling asleep to the sound of rain. Sometimes we sit on our rooftop at night, watching the city lights flicker below. Marta leans against me and says, "Paris still lives in us, Louise. We became that city." And she's right. Paris wasn't a place we visited. It was something we built between us. Now, when I look at her, I see more than love. I see every risk we took, every fear we faced, every sunrise we earned. If someone asked me what real love is, I'd say, it's this. It's waking up next to someone who feels like home, even when the world outside is cold. It's courage wrapped in tenderness. Love isn't perfect, but with her, it's real. And sometimes, that's more than enough.